Who says you need to be tall to do big things? Take Corey Pavin, for example. He was the shortest guy on the PGA Tour back in his prime, but that didn't stop him from racking up huge achievements. The guy was so passionate about golf, he'd even get into heated arguments just to stand his ground. Pavin might not have been the tallest player on the PGA Tour, standing just 5'9", but he proved height doesn't measure greatness. In his prime, Pavin proved that power isn't the only way to succeed in golf. While many players relied on their strength to dominate the game, Pavin carved out his own path by focusing on precision, smart strategy, and unwavering determination. He wasn't the biggest or the flashiest player, but he had the kind of grit and focus that set him apart. But Corey wasn't just known for his incredible skills on the course. He was also a man of conviction. He stood firmly by his decisions, even when the pressure was high or the spotlight was on him, showing time and time again that staying true to yourself is just as important as winning. Take the 2010 Ryder Cup, for example. As captain of the U.S. team, Pavin faced plenty of challenges, including managing the elephant in the room, Tiger Woods. At the time, Tiger was going through a rough patch in his personal life, and there were plenty of opinions on how Pavin should handle the situation. Some felt he didn't use Woods to his full potential, and when the U.S. team fell short, criticism came rolling in. But Pavin wasn't one to back down. He defended his choices, even when it meant facing tough questions from the media. In fact, he had a pretty heated back and forth with reporter Jim Gray about Tiger Woods' role on the team, and it quickly became a hot topic. The exchange grabbed headlines and stirred up even more debate about how Pavin handled his responsibilities as captain that year. Some critics questioned his communication style, feeling it might have caused some confusion or tension within the team. Others second-guessed his strategy, wondering if different decisions could have changed the outcome. Still, there were those who admired Pavin for standing his ground and staying firm in his choices, even in the face of criticism. It showed his conviction and his willingness to take the heat for his decisions, whether people agreed with them or not. Pavin's journey to success in golf wasn't the smoothest ride. It was full of twists, turns, and challenges. But that's what makes his story so fascinating. When Pavin turned professional in 1982, things didn't exactly go as planned. He entered the PGA Tour qualifying school that year, but stumbled badly, failing to even get past the regional qualifying section. For many, this might have been the end of the dream, but not for Corey. He wasn't the type to give up. Instead of dwelling on the disappointment, he packed his bags and set his sights overseas, determined to gain experience and prove himself. In 1983, Pavin headed to the Southern African Tour, and that's where his breakthrough began. In just his fourth tournament as a professional, he claimed his first victory at the Lexington PGA. It was a huge milestone for the young golfer, and it marked the start of something special. Buoyed by this success, Pavin moved on to the European Tour, where he continued to shine. That same year, he had an impressive solo third-place finish at the Scandinavian Enterprise Open, trailing only Sam Torrance and Craig Stadler. But he wasn't done yet. Just a month later, Pavin secured a major victory at the German Open, finishing 3 strokes ahead of none other than Seve Ballesteros, one of the sport's legends. By the end of the season, he had climbed to 13th on the European Tour's Order of Merit, a remarkable achievement for someone still finding his footing. Pavin's early successes overseas gave him the confidence to take another shot at the PGA Tour, and it wasn't long before he made his mark. In 1984, he captured his first PGA Tour victory at the Houston Coca-Cola Open. From that point on, Pavin was a force to be reckoned with. Over the next decade, he managed to win at least one significant event, whether domestic or international, every single year. In 1991, he topped the PGA Tour's money list, a testament to his consistency and skill. Of course, no discussion of Corey Pavin's career would be complete without mentioning his crowning achievement, the 1995 U.S. Open at Shinnecock Hills. Going into the final round, Pavin was 3 strokes behind heavyweights Greg Norman and Tom Lehman, but he wasn't about to back down. On the 72nd and final hole, a challenging 450-yard par 4, Pavin delivered one of the most iconic shots in U.S. Open history. Using a 4-wood, he launched the ball an incredible 228 yards, landing it just 5 feet from the hole. That clutch shot sealed his victory and etched his name in golf history. While the U.S. Open victory was a career highlight, it didn't signal an unbroken rise to greatness. In fact, Pavin soon faced a tough period in his career. After winning the Bank of America Colonial in 1996, he endured a decade-long drought without another PGA Tour win. By 2004, he had dropped to 89th on the money list, the first time he'd fallen out of the top 100 since 1998. But true to form, Pavin didn't let the setbacks define him. In 2006, he ended his 10-year winless streak by capturing his 15th career PGA Tour title at the U.S. Bank Championship in Milwaukee. The win was a reminder of his ability to bounce back, even when the odds were stacked against him. That same year, Pavin made headlines for something even more extraordinary. During the first round of the U.S. Bank Championship, he set a PGA Tour record for the fewest strokes needed to complete 9 holes, shooting an 8 under par 26. The previous record of 27 strokes had stood for years, but Pavin shattered it with an incredible display of precision and skill. He also tied the record for the fewest strokes taken in the first 36 holes of a PGA Tour event, joining the ranks of legends like Tom Lehman, Mark Calcavecchia, and Tiger Woods. Off the course, Pavin's leadership skills were also put to the test. In 2006, he served as an assistant to U.S. Ryder Cup captain Tom Lehman, gaining valuable experience in team management. 2 years later, in December 2008, he was named captain of the U.S. team for the 2010 Ryder Cup at Celtic Manor Resort in Wales. It was a prestigious honor, but it came with its share of challenges. The U.S. team faced a tough European side and ultimately lost 13-1-2 to 14-1-2. Pavin's handling of the team, particularly his approach to managing Tiger Woods during a difficult period in Woods' personal life, drew criticism. Some felt he didn't utilize Woods effectively, while others questioned his communication and strategy. Despite the scrutiny, Pavin stood by his decisions, showing the same determination and conviction that had defined his playing career. As his time on the PGA Tour wound down, Pavin transitioned to the Champions Tour in 2010. It didn't take long for him to make an impact there. In 2012, he claimed his first Champions Tour victory at the Allianz Championship, defeating Peter Sr. in a sudden death playoff with a clutch birdie. It was another reminder of Pavin's ability to rise to the occasion, no matter the stage. Pavin's contributions to golf haven't gone unnoticed. In 2002, he was inducted into the Ventura County Sports Hall of Fame, a well-deserved honor for someone who had brought so much pride to the region. And then there's the quirky tribute he received in Northumberland, England, a stone named after him at Bedlingtonshire Golf Club. Located on the 7th hole, it's called the Corey Pavin slab, a playful nod to his enduring legacy. From his humble beginnings and early setbacks to his unforgettable victories and leadership roles, Pavin has left an indelible mark on the world of golf. He's proof that success isn't about how you start, it's about how you keep going, even when the odds are against you. And in Pavin's case, he kept going until he carved out a legacy that will be remembered for years to come. And that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.